Just to the west of us, for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Tonight, a good one to kick off the year on Sunday night primetime. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills on Sunday night primetime. It's been a wild opening weekend to this point. Who knows what is in store tonight? As off we go for the Sunday night opener. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight, the ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. This time they're ready for him. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Henry. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next 3rd down situation?
Play action now. Jackson. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On play action, here's Jackson. Throw across his body is complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. In motion goes Likely. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd and short, Jackson. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they're going to have enough to convert here, and it sets up 1st and goal.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. In motion comes Andrews. Second down, Jackson. They'll try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Ravens will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and that's enough for a quick 1st down. Once again, it's Cook. Ho-ho! And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. They'll run the draw with Cook. And good red zone running here, taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of 8. Now it's 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
So 1 quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. It's the Ravens out front. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Josh Allen. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. On play action, Allen to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Off the play fake, Jackson. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. That's to the tight end, Kohler. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Now a toss, running left, it's Henry. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. Forced to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. They'll run. It's Henry. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. In motion goes Likely. Henry. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
The last drive yielded 3. They'd like more. Let's see what happens on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run, and here's Henry. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Henry, touchdown, Ravens.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now, Allen here on first down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, on 4th down, the Bills send out Brad Robbins to punt. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. In trouble, and down he goes. That is Joey Bosa taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Moving to his left. That is brought in. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. It covers 51 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Pistol give to Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Hopkins sent in motion. Back to throw, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
There's two big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike, is the first one, how do they operate on third down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact, that's what separates the good ones from the rest, and that was a big-time throw right there.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That one taken in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. He's got a man downfield. It's ERKYRE. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Big-time play there for Buffalo. 37 yards. Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Play action now, and here's Allen. Now he takes off. And Allen, a guy who usually gives as much punishment as he gets, slides down here, but he's got the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
First and 10, and it's Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. From the gun, throw here for Allen. Now he'll run it.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing is Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he'll take this one in. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. For Josh Allen, the reigning MVP of the NFL. First touchdown pass of this 2025 season. The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills are back in this one. It's 17-7. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll go again here with Henry. Wow! And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Raven 1st down. This is Henry. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. It is Joey Bosa there on the tackle. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. They'll try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Great time to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against a...
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot, buy some extra time for your offensive line, and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode, and Ended up leading to a massive loss.
Second down, Jackson. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen.
It is 3rd and 10. Now, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Jackson now. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
In motion goes Likely. Off the play fake, Jackson under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Greg Russo working his way in to register his 1st sack of the new season. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
Now, after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick 1st down.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver, they get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid gain.
He keeps it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Allen now on 2nd down. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Headed left, buying time. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That is our Darius Washington up from the secondary to record the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
And he'll bring this inside the 30, a gain of about 4. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Allen gonna throw for it. Got his man at the 6. And he will score. Game on. George Pickens. Touchdown, Bills. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. In motion goes Likely. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Jackson now on 2nd down. This one complete to Bateman. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Jackson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This one, returnable. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Allen working from the pistol. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. He's got his man, that's Kincaid. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Bills 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now Allen on 1st down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down. Allen gonna throw again. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw once more, here's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw again, it's Allen. He'll find Shakir open right side. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down, Buffalo. Throwing again, it's Allen. Forced out wide. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. To the air once more is Allen. And he's in. Shakir. Touchdown Buffalo. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. In motion goes Likely. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. T.J. Sanders. The second-round pick showing that athleticism. He's got a sack here in his debut. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Jackson on target to Flowers, and it's a Baltimore first down. Now Henry. Finding space inside the 40. Inside the 20. And he will score. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. Exiting the pocket right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Here comes 2nd down. From the gun, here is Allen. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're ready or up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind. And Let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory, and after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. They get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll run it with Henry. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. The Bills going to use their final timeout here, and the stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. On the give, here's Henry. Inside the 35. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, and that makes this a two-possession game here late.
Now the try for an extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line, and that's where the offense will take the field. This is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Flushed to his left. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Here's first down. From the gun, it's Allen. Moving left. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
To the air. On second down, here's Allen. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster. And I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
They go down to an 8, and that's the way to start the new campaign. 1 game, 1 win here in this season opener. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. That'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.